Good morning, everyone. This is Narada Rishi Raja with ExpeditiousFool.com, where we remove the obstacles, just like Ganapati, right? And today I have some more advice from the Gita, so we're going to go ahead and pull a card from the Gita deck here, which is becoming one of my favorite daily things to do. So hopefully y'all are enjoying it as well. To those of you that responded to yesterday's video about a core truth, I will see what I can do about getting either a video or a live out about that. I'm trying to think, because I can talk a long time about it, and it's also really beneficial for folks if I can answer questions. So I may end up doing a live about the core truth that I was talking about yesterday. But jumping in today, let's see what we've got. We've got God's reciprocation. So this is chapter 4, verse 11. I reciprocate with all beings in accordance to the way that they surrender to me. Everyone follows my path in all respects. So what does that mean? It means that we're all serving God. All of us, all the time. It's inescapable, the action. Even when you do no action, that is an action, it has karma. That karma then perpetuates this system. When I do numerology readings for people, for instance, and numerology is really based off of your purpose, but it really only gives you 2 ways to go. All right? So numerology, the more one studies that, you can learn that everything is written already. So again, this brain that we give all the credit to, it's not as essential as we think it is. But either way, we have one choice is what yoga boils down to. And when you learn numerology, it boils down to. You can either achieve your purpose and your goal and the reason why you're here in Earth, or you can stay left feeling unfulfilled and you'll just have to repeat. That's it. You got 2 choices. You've got one purpose. Now, granted, in numerology, it's going to give it to you in a generalized way a lot of times, but it's going to be like, it's going to deal in this area. And these are the skills you have to help you in this area. So if you blend all those together, that starts to show you what your true purpose looks like. Whether you feel that way or not, it doesn't matter. That is what you're here for. The easier you are at leaning into that and leaning into that service, surrendering to your true purpose, the better it's going to feel for you. The more we don't, the worse it feels. We are here for God's service. Now that service can be either an individualized service where we're actually doing the work for God's source. We have surrendered our entire bodies to that, like my life, for instance. Or the other aspect, we can resist that and it causes pain. God's reciprocation. Krishna matches you cent per cent. If you give in $1 of faith, you get $1 back. That's how that works. If you give in an hour of faith, you get an hour back. If you submit your entire life to it, then Krishna submits its entire life to you. It's all on how you want to experience it. It's the reason, again, yoga is the end game. Yoga teaches people, when you're tired of all of this, when you're tired of all of this temporary, root yourself in that which is permanent. The deeper that you root yourself in that which is permanent, the better you feel, the closer you come to that core. The more often you can do this, the more often you feel it. The more often you feel it, then you start to create programs or samskaras, neurons that fire together, wire together. Now you're feeling blissful in God energy all the time instead of lack and separation. That's how it works. I can say this in many different ways, 1,000 different times, as Krishna has, as all the yogis have. It does take a certain level of receptivity for you to be able to hear what I have to say. It takes even more of a level of receptivity to really, really lean into this, what I'm talking about, and to do the work that you may need to do to get to this level. Because before you can fully accept Krishna, God, source, however you want to define it, as 100% every reason for your living, you have to eliminate all the things that you're not first, right? Which can be uncomfortable. Some of the things you may not think have to go, you know? But just like those kleshas they talk about in the Yoga Sutras, the reasons for suffering, those likes and aversions, our personalities actually make us very, very limited, whereas we're not limited to our personalities. So be curious, be receptive, and know that God's reception matches you %. That also means if you don't give any attention there, you don't feel anything back. It's still there. It's waiting for you, just as me. I'm one of the most qualified teachers in this state, maybe this country, and I'm here. I'm waiting for you whenever you're ready. This is the way to move. All right, everybody, that's the advice I have for you from the Gita. If you'd like to schedule a session with me, send me a message. Outside of that, have a great day on purpose and stay mindful, everyone. Namaskar.